All right, let's really dig into this. Today, we're doing a deep dive into an experience almost universally understood, yet often underestimated, I think, for its linguistic complexity. Ordering coffee.
Hmm.
We're not just grabbing a morning brew, we're analyzing a powerful English language learning tool, this 3-hour audio lesson called Easy English Pod at the coffee shop.
Right.
It's designed to get you speaking confidently at the counter. And, well, our mission is to extract the deepest linguistic, cultural, and pedagogical insights from it.
What's truly insightful here, I find, is how this resource dissects a common yet surprisingly nuanced real-world interaction,
Yeah.
breaks it down into practical, digestible segments.
Yeah.
We'll be looking beyond just what phrases to use
Right.
to really uncover why these specific structures, vocabulary, and, interaction patterns are so crucial for achieving genuine fluency and confidence.
Exactly. So whether you're polishing your English for an upcoming trip, maybe building your everyday confidence, or you're simply curious about the subtle art of ordering a latte in English, we're going to guide you through the essential components of this extensive lesson, highlighting those moments that offer the biggest aha insights, you know?
Sounds great.
Okay, so we'll start at the very beginning, where any solid language lesson probably should. Imagine stepping up to that counter for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
The easy English lesson kicks off with a simple coffee order that, on the surface seems straightforward.
Right.
But it's actually a masterclass in transactional politeness and efficiency.
Yes. And a key insight from this initial dialogue is the strategic use of modal verbs and indirect requests that English often employs for politeness.
Ah!
So instead of a blunt demand, the lesson teaches, "Hi, can I have a coffee, please?" That can I have.
Mm.
It's fundamental for layering politeness onto a request.
Right, makes sense.
Then the barista, that's the person making the coffee, of course, naturally asks for clarification. Small, medium, or large?
Standard questions.
Exactly. And the confirmation, "No, that's all, thank you," politely concludes the order-taking part.
Huh?
And that final critical piece, there's be $3.50, which uses a future tense to state the cost. It's common, concise.
Yeah, you hear that all the time.
It really establishes the core social contract of ordering right there in that short exchange.
That's a great point about the modals can I have. And here's where the lesson gets really smart, I think. It immediately ramps up to ordering fancy drinks.
Yeah.
It doesn't keep you in the just a coffee box for long, which is, well, I think it's a brilliant move psychologically.
Agree.
Instead of can I have, the lesson introduces, I'd like a cappuccino, please.
I'd like. And introducing fancy drinks like a cappuccino, espresso, steamed milk, bit of foam early on. It isn't just about expanding vocabulary.
Yeah.
It's a prime example of scaffolding in language acquisition.
Yeah.
It builds confidence by incrementally adding complexity to a frame you already kind of know.
Okay, scaffolding, got it.
And it also prepares you for the sheer customizability of coffee culture today.
Oh, yeah, the options.
Exactly. The barista's options, hot or iced. Iced meaning with ice, and with regular milk or almond milk. Almond milk being a super common plant-based choice now.
Uh-huh.
It highlights that even a simple order involves choices. And adding, yes, a blueberry muffin Also teaches how to add items seamlessly to your order.
I think that rapid progression is really empowering for a learner. So, for you listening, the key takeaway here is that even basic interactions in English are, well, they're rich with polite options and crucial follow-up questions that subtly shape your order.
Huh.
It's not just about knowing the words, it's about understanding the unspoken rules and like the rhythms of the conversation.
Precisely. The flow.
Okay, so once you're comfortable with a basic order, the lesson thoughtfully progresses.
Yeah.
Hour two, according to the Easy English outline, is all about expanding the scenarios.
Right. Moving beyond the first step.
And it starts with the crucial skill for any curious learner, asking about menu items.
Yes. And this section touches on a vital cognitive skill, making distinctions. The lesson offers the polite inquiry, excuse me, what's in a latte?
Okay.
Now, a latte is espresso with more steamed milk, less foam than a cappuccino. The barista explains, a latte is espresso with steamed milk.
Simple enough.
But what's fascinating is the follow-up. And what's the difference between a latte and a cappuccino? This teaches you not just to ask for information, but to actively seek clarification and compare concepts. That ability to distinguish between similar things, it isn't just for coffee, is it?
No, definitely not.
It's fundamental for critical thinking in any new field you're exploring. It empowers you to make informed decisions, not just guess.
That's a very practical application of language learning beyond just the phrase itself. Next up, the lesson tackles ordering for friends, a super common real-world scenario
Oh, yeah.
that immediately increases the cognitive load. You're not just managing your own choices, but juggling multiple people's.
Indeed. And the shift from a single item order to managing multiple distinct requests is a significant leap, linguistically and mentally.
For sure.
The lesson teaches, I need 3 drinks, please, right up front, signaling the complexity.
Good tip.
Then listing different items like 1 cappuccino, 1 iced latte, and 1 hot chocolate, and confirming all medium, please, reinforces numerical fluency in context.
Right. Getting the numbers and the items straight.
It's really about clear communication under a bit more pressure, distinguishing between one of each item, ensuring all details like size are covered for every drink. It almost mirrors a small-scale project management task using language.
Huh. Yeah, I remember the first time I ordered for a group in a new language. It totally felt like a pop quiz.
Absolutely.
And it doesn't stop at just the orders, does it? The Easy English lesson even covers small talk at the coffee shop, which is so often overlooked.
Very important.
But absolutely essential for feeling truly comfortable and integrated, not just, transactional.
Yes, this section delves into what linguists sometimes call phatic communion.
Phatic communion.
Okay, it's language used not primarily for information, but for social bonding, establishing connection.
Like phrases like, it's really busy today. And the barista's common response, yes, mornings are always busy here. It's about acknowledging the shared environment.
Right, just connecting for a moment.
Exactly. Then the practical question, do you have Wi-Fi? And the helpful answer, yes, the password is on the receipt, bridges a functional need with a natural interaction.
Makes sense.
These simple exchanges move you beyond being just a customer to being sort of part of the scene, part of the environment. And that's a crucial step for real comfort in a new language.
Yeah, feeling like you belong there. So, connecting this back to your learning journey, hour 2 really turns you into a more proactive, engaged customer.
Definitely.
You're ready to ask questions, understand subtle distinctions, maybe even make a little conversation, not just a passive order giver. You're building a truly versatile confidence.
Well said.
Okay, now we enter the unpredictable realm of reality because things don't always go perfectly.
Ah, yes.
Real life.
Hour 3 of the Easy English lesson courageously tackles problem with an order, which, wow, is a crucial skill for any learner to feel truly independent and confident in a new language environment.
Absolutely. What's truly impactful here, I think, is the focus on polite conflict resolution in a low stakes environment like a coffee shop.
Right, good place to practice.
The lesson provides a clear yet deferential way to address an error. Excuse me, I ordered a cappuccino, but this is a latte.
Okay, direct but polite.
Exactly. The language used is direct but avoids accusation. And the barista's immediate apology and solution, oh, I'm so sorry, let me fix that right away, teaches the expected polite response in many English-speaking service cultures.
That's useful to know too.
It really builds confidence that problems are fixable, they're manageable, and that you actually have the linguistic tools to assert your needs gracefully. It's a vital skill for daily life, not just coffee.
Oh, I can definitely relate to that. There's nothing worse than getting the wrong order and just like not knowing how to say it without feeling awkward.
Mm-hmm.
This section really empowers you. Then the lesson brilliantly wraps up with a longer interaction, synthesizing everything into a comprehensive experience, and it covers payment methods too.
Yeah, this final dialogue truly brings all the threads together into what we might call communicative competence. It shows the flow of a complete interaction.
Start to finish.
Right. Asking about selection. What pastries do you have today? The barista listing options. We have croissants, muffins, and bagels. Combining an order with a payment method. I'll take one croissant and a medium latte. Can I pay by card?
Uh-huh. Covers all bases.
And then the common instruction, of course, please tap your card here. It's not just individual phrases, it's the whole orchestration of a full scenario,
Great.
including modern payment methods, which are, let's face it, ubiquitous now. This role-play game aspect, as the original lesson seems to imply, is where the learning truly solidifies into applicable real-world knowledge.
Yeah, putting it all together. So by hour 3, you're not just speaking English, you're actually navigating a full coffee shop experience with confidence. That's the goal. From asking about the menu and ordering for a group to gracefully handling an incorrect order and paying like a pro, that's a massive leap.
Really is.
Wow, what an insightful deep dive into a language lesson. From simply asking for a coffee to confidently correcting an order and paying by card, this easy English resource really provides a complete linguistic and cultural toolkit.
It does.
It's not about rote memorization, is it? It's about understanding the entire flow and the dynamic of a real-world interaction.
Absolutely. And zooming out a bit, it underscores the profound value of structured learning that deliberately mimics real-life scenarios.
Yeah.
It teaches not just words, but the rhythm, the intonation, the cultural expectations of communication,
Mm-hmm.
the repetition and role playing mentioned in the original lesson, those are key to moving from passive understanding to automatic, confident application, really building that conversational muscle memory.
That confidence muscle is everything. And, that brings us to our provocative thought for you, the listener. How many other everyday situations beyond just ordering coffee could be transformed from intimidating challenges into genuinely confident conversations
Yeah,
just by applying this kind of structured, practical deep dive into the language?
it's a great question. Think about it. The principles we've discussed, breaking down complex interactions, practicing key vocabulary, understanding polite nuances, anticipating potential issues,
Yeah.
they apply to so many areas of life. Travel, shopping, asking for directions, even making new friends.
Yeah.
It's about empowering yourself through preparedness and effective communication wherever you go.
That's really powerful when you think about it like that. Well, thank you for joining us on this deep dive into making your next coffee shop experience a breeze.
My pleasure.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and maybe, just maybe, try ordering that new fancy drink with almond milk.